I was thinking about opening this episode with a Becky joke, but that's literally what I did last episode, so I can't do that.
No, it really is.
No,
not last episode. The first minicast you did.
Yes. Now, that the comment we got in the minicast was something special. It warms the cockles of my old crusty heart.
Ew.
That's why we do it, Declan. That's why we do it. Because there are 3 people out there who appreciate good anime discussion. Or marginally better.
Neither of us are one of them, so
no.
They're out there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're listening to this, you are part of the anime resistance. You are keeping the flames of good taste alight and carrying that torch into this good night. I don't have any more rhymes to go. That was unintentional, but you get the idea. We're the last bastion of good taste in this universe, as we've established in previous episodes. No, we don't need to go into it again. People understand the mythos, the greater Three Weebos universe.
The trick is the celibacy.
Yeah, that's fucking all these people getting laid with their gross anime girlfriends, and we're out here.
It wears down the. It's like MDMA. It just sort of flattens all the dendrites in your in your brain flaps.
Well, pleasure receptors that are supposed to be used for anime are instead used for carnal pleasure, and I don't endorse that bullshit.
Every time you come, your taste goes down a little bit.
Can you fucking believe the Japanese? Dude, fucking. Oh. Let's get right into it. Blade Runner, really quick. Fucking right on.
Can you? Oh.
Blade Runner, 2020.
Well, okay, not great. Not. Let's.
This directly relates. This directly relates to the discussion.
Just saying, not the best. They're better than this. Don't. This is not the best.
The pinnacle.
The epitome of the good boys.
Okay, so fucking. I was watching this goddamn Blade Runner 2020 blackout bullshit, and there's a point in it where a human is like. Fawning over this replicant girl, and he's like, "Replicants are pure."
That was my favorite part.
Because you related, because that to me that just read is like, it's a definitely an interesting knowing take on the replicant thing. But I'm like, of course the fucking Japanese can think about the purity of the replicants, because like that's kind of the American take on the replicant is that they're frightening and inhuman. And the Japanese take is to kind of relish that fact. You know what I mean?
I thought the American take was that they're the same as humans. Because the point is that you can't tell them apart. Well,
it's just like the characters in the universe are like fucking bugging about the skin jobs. You know what I mean? Like they're worried about them, and like they have anti-skin job propaganda and shit, and like. Whereas the Japanese are like the homie is like,
no, it was the same in this. It was the same in this one. That's why I liked that part the best, because as soon as I heard about this, I was like, oh, it's going to be Animatrix again, and it's just going to be a dumb racism allegory. And then it was, but then they have at least the one scene with the fucking self-hating human guy who's just like, oh yeah, I fucking suck because I'm human. Oh goddamn, replicant's so cool.
Well, yeah. Well,
and he's doing it just to get at that robot pussy, and I like that.
Well, no. It's not that I dislike that. It's just more like it's kind of like an internal reflection of the Japanese. You know what I mean? Like it reads to me like a reflection on their own culture. You know what I mean? Like just kind of looking inward rather than external. Because that's basically a Japanese representation of how a Japanese person would interpret a replicant, as opposed to an American interpretation of a replicant. You know what I mean? Which is fear of the other. Possible. As opposed to the glamorization of the other. I don't know.
But man, remember when I said this was going to be the Animatrix?
Yeah.
Boom, baby.
You remember that part where they did a pastiche of what Blade Runner is? They're like,
I remember when they opened with the same shot.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
they had the same exposition scene.
A cheap, slow, like fucking way faster, totally lacking the spectacle interpretation of the first shot from Blade Runner. Like fucking didn't even try, because like the new one tried to do a spin, right? Like 2049 does a spin on that, like opening in the eye. Whoa, and that's interesting.
It still does the eye, but it's not the same shot.
Not literally the exact same. And I feel like they played this thing way too fucking safe. Like they're just they. I mean, it's a story that directly ties into the new film, which is probably they were obligated to do that, I'm sure. But it's opening on the same shot. Really, you have to try to match the spectacle if you're gonna fucking do it. So if you're not, don't even bother. And this thing looks fucking cheap.
Exactly. You are recording, right?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing looks fucking cheap, boy. Like, except for the end. Except for the very end, in which case all the budget is used on really awesome-looking skyscrapers, which I would have liked to see in the rest of the thing.
Yeah, they even recreate the lady gets shot and then falls through a bunch of glass.
Yes, that entire sequence where like she's like doing the jumping acrobatic routine to attack a dude, like backflips and shit. Like that's a straight rip from the first Blade Runner, and then her falling into the glass, and like the obviously stealing the motif of the bird from when Roy Beatty dies in the first film, and it's just it's got guns. This one's got guns.
This thing's 15 minutes, and there's like 3 action scenes. 4 even.
The antithesis of Blade Runner.
That's like more than in the 2-hour-long Blade Runner.
Yes. Significantly more. If you're talking about the first Blade Runner, it's not even fucking close.
Let's see.
The Roy Beatty sequence, if you remove that, not even close. I'm going to say
that's action. The first scene sort of is action. Leon beating the shit out of Decker is action, and the lady getting shot is action. That's 4. So I'm going to say they then there's also the prostitute beating up Decker.
If you're talking about in terms of sheer screen time, perhaps. If you're talking in terms of calories expended during the act of fighting, then I'm going to go with this one by a wide margin.
Well, yeah, they're more advanced robots, more energy.
Because they're fucking they're firing guns and doing backflips and jumping out of fucking flying cars onto tractor trailers.
They're wilding out. Now, this is Shinichiro Watanabe, Kamen Boop Beep guy. Mm-hmm. And I will give him, it is difficult, I understand, to craft a narrative in 15 minutes, especially when one of those minutes is taken up by Denis Villeneuve with his rat fucking face talking to you about bullshit. So I'll give him that, but in that case, you probably should have just, not even had characters and just focused on trying to make the most artistic shots you could create, and just having a very loose, the premises, and
we'll call that the dynamic chord approach.
That's it. You don't even need dialogue. You could have just, because, if you kept it somewhat mysterious, then, people would have understood as soon as they went and saw 2049. You didn't have to explain everything. You didn't have to explain an EMP will go off. You can just kind of have it happen. That's not
How about you have an opening shot of the eye, and then the EMP goes off in the shot, you can see it reflecting off of the eye, and it's like a replicant looking up at the EMP going off, and then something. So it's just something.
Yeah,
try it.
I don't know.
Yeah, because you've already got the motif of eye with explosion. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And if you were to carry on that motif in a new way, that could be interesting. Or you could do eye with explosion and then go 2 weeks prior. You know what I mean? Get us into it faster, rather than just having the same sequence from the beginning of Blade Runner, but this time it doesn't lead into anything. Instead, it's unrelated.
Yeah, they even have a subplot where a guy's talking. He has a flashback to a battle scene, and then that's a super artistic, and that's 2 minutes long. And it's man, trying to do a lot here in this 2/3 of an episode. Oh, and also I'd like to note that airbursts do not make mushroom clouds. You're almost there, buddy.
Noted.
Yeah. Also, was it just me, or is the credits music the lady doing her best Adele impression?
I don't know. I just sounded like generic pop singer to me.
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't listen to enough. Maybe Lana Del Rey also sounds exactly like that. I just heard it and I immediately went, "Is this fucking Adele? Fuck you."
I got a more R&B take than Adele, who is kind of more into balladry. But whatever. It's that. All of this being said, all this harsh criticism, it's not as bad as the Mass Effect one. I'll tell you fucking what, because this one had the decency to be 15 minutes long.
This one was 15 minutes long.
Exactly. Like this is and in terms of just quality, I'd say it's like presented better than the Mass Effect movie.
Better animated.
The final EMP sequence looks pretty fucking nice because like I watched this with Connor, by the way, and like we get to the final EMP sequence and I'm like, it's like, man, I really wish we had shots of the city, and then we get shots of the city like really well rendered and like pretty detailed, and I'm like, well, what the fuck was that in the rest of the movie? Like there was also that nice sequence of his flashback to the desert where it was like done in really crazy sketchy. It is an interesting style that at least lended a little bit of visual interest. That's my take. That's Blade Runner 2020 too.
I also like that there's in this one there's a replicant registration database. That would have come in handy 35 years ago.
Yes, it would have, Declan.
I don't know if they thought about this that much.
Yeah, whatever. Fucking it's not. It won't ruin the new movie for you.
No. Well, nah, it's probably fine. But yeah, as expected, filtering Blade Runner through Japan removes most of the subtlety.
Correct. Also, all of the sex.
There's a rape gang.
They didn't do it, though.
Yeah. Because, cool black replicant showed up and crushed someone's heart or something. So that's cool.
Yep. So that covers. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be more to talk about. But I guess it was just fairly straightforward. A lot of my grievances with this are grievances that I have with most anime developed with a Western audience in mind, in that like English voices coming out of anime mouths with the intention of being English voices sound weird, and Western voice acting is kind of iffy.
It was noticeably off-putting. The lip flaps didn't work right. It was Uncanny Valley, which you'd think would work, but actually shouldn't.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Let's return back to fall.
Yes.
It was a quick detour. We just wanted to do that because we got Blade Runner fever. Everybody.
You're welcome. Just like nobody else in America. Because damn, the movie.
just like 8 million other people and no one else.
Please go see Blade Runner, please, because like I really enjoyed the movie. Solid film. It's very enjoyable. It's like one of the better theater experiences I've had this entire year. Just go, please. Fuck. They should convince them they need to put money into movies like that again. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't like. I even think it's getting kind of overrated, but you
know what? Fine. Fuck. It's all in service of getting better movies in the theater.
Yeah, you really just gotta. You should probably. Yeah. Yes.
That's exactly the impression I have of like, I think it's an 8 to 8.5. People want to call it a 9 or 10. Fuck it. Do it. Usually I complain. Usually when people are like, this is a perfect movie, this is an amazing, amazing movie, I'm like,
this is going to be a cult classic.
Roll that shit back. Roll it back. But in this particular instance, please go fucking see it. Like, I'm begging you. It's really rough out here, man. There's nothing. There's fucking dreck. Everything's dreck. Fuck me. Like, oh, God. Oh, yeah. At least anime was always there for us.
We can't let that one slip through the cracks.
No.
But yeah,
no.
Animes.
God damn it. Hold on. I just need to air my grievances a little bit more. Like, is it that movie? As we were discussing previously, the movie needs to make $500 million, right? Which is fucking nothing now. It's nothing.
It's like 300, probably, right?
Okay, well, there's the $250 for the actual budget of the film, and then there needs to be another $250 to make the marketing budget, because you can basically figure they're going to devote a certain amount to the marketing. That movie was marketed like an absolute motherfucker. So please, God, I wanted to break at least even, or to show to a degree that like this is worth trying again, rather than just making fucking sequels and fucking superhero movies. I'm so sick of it, Declan. I like superhero movies, and I've gotten to a point where I don't even like going to superhero movies anymore, because they're all the same fucking bullshit every single goddamn time. And it's like, and like I expect, like I'll leave a superhero movie like that was a solid 7.5, and it's the least fulfilling 7.5 I've ever experienced in my life. Fucking hell! Like, have you seen Doctor Strange?
No.
Doctor Strange is not the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's fucking leaves such a bad taste in my mouth, because it's just like the most formulaic, fucking like unfulfilling,
how isn't that so weird? How they're like the cinematic equivalent of empty calories. I see, like, I remember Guardians of the Galaxy, and I remember seeing it and being like, oh, that was good.
Exactly.
And now I can't remember a second of that film. I can't remember anything I enjoyed about it. I got nothing.
Not a single fucking frame. And like there are ones that like do stick with me to a degree where like they're slightly, they just they're like a cut above, you know what I mean, of like the rest of them. And it's like usually just a person's giving a particularly good performance, or like there's an action sequence that's particularly nice, and like that sticks with you. But like if you look at like Ant-Man and like Doctor Strange and like the second Thor movie, or like fucking Wonder Woman, it's like these are all technically fine films. Like, they're all technically decent. You know what I mean? But it's all fucking fairy dust. It's all out in one ear and out the fucking other. And
I remember really, really liking the second Captain America. And other people like it too. Don't remember anything. They got nothing. It's gone.
Yeah, man.
It's gone.
It had stuff going on in it.
There was some kind of motorcycle chase. I don't...
It's just... I'm done. Like, people were talking about this like a couple of years ago. I'm like, you guys are just being fucking poopy pants. It's not these superhero movies are super good. And after literally a fucking decade, I'm like, wait a minute. I've been fed superhero movie after superhero movie. I fucking spent like at least $250 in my lifetime watching superhero films, and every time like I leave like, that's pretty good, and that's just 2 hours and $10 I'll never fucking get back. And it's like, that's kind of why I liked X-Men Apocalypse, even though everyone shat on it, because the X-Men movies are fucking unique in that like they're all over the goddamn place, and they keep your attention. And the way that like the X-Men comics keep your attention, and that they're different every time, and even when they're bad, they're still entertaining, because like you just kind of enjoy the campiness of it. Like Oscar Isaac in the newest X-Men movie is fucking amazing, because he plays this campy bad guy, and everyone's like, oh, fucking Ivan Ooze, but at least it's something different than just your fucking another alien invader ass, or like fucking corporate overlord ass motherfucker. This dude is an old god, and that's awesome. and he plays like an old god, and everybody's beneath him, and he gets to here's an example. He needs 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in order to bring the apocalypse, right? You know what I mean?
Of course.
And he gets 3 of them, and they're pretty good. And then he gets to like he's like, okay, he's scouted 3 of them, and he gets to the 4th, and he's like, he sees somebody who's pretty good at fighting. He's like, yeah, whatever, get on board. Like, because what does he care? He's gonna bring the apocalypse anyway. He's so confident that he's gonna be able to do it that he's like, just this bum ass motherfucker could be the 4th horseman. I don't care. And that's entertaining. That's solid fucking comic book film entertainment. The X-Men movie franchise is better than the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Suck my fucking dick. I will. Those are infinitely rewatchable and uniquely entertaining, and just like, I would fucking easily at this point rather watch X-Men Origins Wolverine than like the first Captain America movie, or fucking any of the Marvel movies. Like, and I would say that I enjoyed them, but like, god damn, at least give me some fucking like humanity, or like just some kind of something. Like, there's no humanity in them anymore. X-Men has that fucking shit. That's my X-Men rant.
Now, that being said, You seen that Black Panther trailer, bro?
No.
Oh my god.
What's going on in it?
I mean, let's do a live watch.
Okay, I'm live watching the new Black Panther trailer. I didn't click. It was recommended to me on YouTube because fucking. Of course it was.
Oh boy. Just to preface before you watch, everyone's very positive. They all love it.
I'm a big rap music fan. I'm sure you know at this point.
What?
Is there Public Enemy in the trailer? What's going on here? Okay, that's a dumb-looking spaceship. Oh, look, an enigmatic space god. Okay. Okay, never seen anything like this. Hey, look, it's... Okay. Ooh, trap beats? Let's go. Okay. Africa. Is that Majora's Mask as a spaceship? Okay. Is this Wonder Woman?
No, it's Black.
No, wait, what? Did they just do a handshake? Oh, man. Wait. They're playing a fucking Vince Staples song? Oh, my God. What is happening? I'm sorry if I can't talk. This is a lot to take in.
Oh, it's enthralling, I know.
Who is this actor? Is that Michael B. Jordan? Why is he wearing the Migos glasses? Wait, that looks like a Spider-Man thing. This car is flipping, and he's like flipping towards the camera. Wow, this looks like a video game. The revolution will not be televised? Oh my god. Ooh. I didn't absorb any of that, by the way. I would just like to go on record to say I didn't. Not a second of that entered my brain, and I recorded it.
Well, it's not for you.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What are you saying, Declan?
Moving on. But
hold on. Now, here's an example. I haven't seen the X-Men New Mutants trailer. People say it's a horror movie. That sounds fucking way cooler than any other bullshit. X-Men's making a horror film because they take fucking chances, man. You take chances.
Wow, yeah, and some of those chances end up X-Men 3.
Yeah, a great film. You're right.
But yeah, just fucking I have not have had any interest in Marvel movies in so long, but I had to watch the Black Panther trailer, and I was shocked. I was not expecting the aggressive Hotep aesthetic. I didn't realize it was that far into that. Oh, it looks like such shit.
Now they've started cramming 2 rap songs into every trailer because one wasn't enough. And
right.
what was the other trailer I watched where they had classic music remixed against rap and like this horrible.
That would be Pacific Rim Dose.
Oh,
ooh.
Boy, what a miss! I liked the first Pacific Rim because I'm a horrible monster person. And like this new movie looks so fucking unappealing to me because it just lacks Del Toro's sincerity, which I think is probably the adjective of the day for me. But like, just I feel like when Del Toro makes something, he puts his soul into it, and it's done with love. And this new movie feels like a fucking just a gross, commodified prop, like just a fucking product, man.
Oh man,
I'm so disenfranchised, bro.
That could just be the marketing, but yeah, it's very just kind of Transformers-y.
It's not as silly. It's not silly enough. I want to cancel the apocalypse.
It's in your face, and it's like, yeah, man.
It's very
fucking.
Go ahead.
Drifting. I don't know.
See, if it was drifting, I'm in. That
was in the first movie. That was the thing they did.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, if it was also, like,
I assume they're going to do it in this one too.
If you put Well, this one they got 3 people in the ship. That's crazy.
Oh god damn it! It's Pokemon all over again.
But if you put like actual drifting in a movie, I will watch it.
What do you mean?
Like Cars.
Oh, okay.
Any movie with drifting in it, I'll watch. Let's move on. We got to talk about anime.
Yeah.
This has been a weird, this has been a strange digression to have shorter episodes in quotes where we just
because they're not actually that much shorter. And like a normal seasonal preview is about 5 hours total. This is going to end up being easily 10.
This is way better garbage. 10 hours though.
It's true.
Anyways,
because we're never going to finish.
Yes, I need to pee.
Oh well, great.
Fill time. I had to fill time last episode. Fill some time.
One shot, huh?
What's that? Oh, dude, come on. You know how I go.
You said one shot. I don't know what that...
Yeah. Since then, there have been more.
Oh, okay. I guess you
fill time.
Pounding them for the last 20 minutes. Got nothing to say. I'm cutting this out.
Oh, boy. Okay. I have taken this as an opportunity to gather myself. And now that I've done spewing... just like the most generic, disenfranchised garbage.
Yeah.
I'm ready to move on to having original opinions on something. Let's go.
Well, no one has ever had an opinion on these two things before. We have an amazing, and I mean, fucking choice double feature here, because this season's 2 boy band shows happened to air one right after the other. So they were right next to each other in our 2 watch lists. And so now we get to do both of them in the same episode. And that's what this minicast is going to be. It's going to be Blade Runner and then 20 minutes of complaining about superhero films and then these 2.
Par for the course.
So that's fun. The first one is Tsukipro.
Yes.
Tsukipro, which is an original series being done by AZ Creative and PRA.
Yes.
Boy band. This show has more than one boy band. It's a whole bunch of them.
Yes.
Hanging out.
What a twist.
And it's all the dudes have the same hair.
Uh-huh.
Which
just
is
like real boy bands.
But it's like really no, I mean everyone normally. Hold on, I'm gonna look up.
Look at Japanese boy bands. American boy bands is different. You look at NSYNC; they've all got their own personalities. Like
yeah, I'm looking at Backstreet Boys circa about 2000. You know, they got like there's a bowl cut, there's a short one, there's a greased back, there's a sort of longer, part in the middle, and there's a guy with a hat. So they're all a little bit different. Man, what a bunch of dorks!
What?
These guys were cool.
They look fucking dope. You know
they
what you're talking
really
about.
Look dope. One of them's got a fedora and a chain. What is going on?
Well, Joey Fatone, a.k.a. the fat one, he wore Superman shirts.
Well, Jesus. All right, well.
That made him cool.
But anyways, yeah, there's, I'll be honest, I wasn't really able to pay attention to a word these homos were saying.
Mm-hmm.
But all I know is that all these beautiful men are talented, and there was a TV audition or something, and it took me hours to watch this episode because it was so boring. 24 minutes. It took me basically all day.
Now, these 2 shows are examples of committing cardinal sins of anime, and this is one of them. And that this show commits the cardinal sin of assuming you give a fucking shit about the music industry, and like a lot of it is minutia about like this is the festival lineup, and then they're like we're gonna live up to these greats around us. You know what I mean? Like wow, you basically have to buy in to a fictional music industry that doesn't exist. And it's hard enough to buy into the real music industry.
Yeah, it's every show about any industry. It's always a fucking crazy cartoon version of it's rough out here, man. It's dog eats dog.
I've got a post NSYNC career highlight of Joey Fatone for you, by the way.
Well, he hosted that game show.
Family Feud?
No.
He announced Family Feud with Steve Harvey as the host.
Oh wow! No, he had a game show run, I guess, because he had the show where you have to know the lyrics to songs, and people sang the songs. There were 2 of those, and he was the host of one of them. I remember watching that as a young normie.
And
memories.
In November 2016, Joey Fatone made an appearance on the hit real TV show Impractical Jokers.
Oh my God.
For the Nitro Circus spectacular episode.
Well, that sounds fun.
It was a triple crossover. So all of those greats in one room. Crazy. That
sounds fun to me.
Yeah, he married his on and off girlfriend of 10 years, Kelly Baldwin, in 2004. He has 2 daughters with his wife, Brianna, who was born in 2001, and Chloe, born in 2010. That's a pretty decent distance between births. What the fuck?
That's 2010 is pretty late for a Chloe, gotta say.
Especially when spelled Kloey.
Oh no.
Oh, apparently Fatone's best friend Lance Bass of NSYNC was.
Of course.
No, he's not NSYNC. Yes, he was of NSYNC. Apparently, he was the godfather of that.
That's
Chloe.
Nice.
That's good. Anyways,
which means he's the one who broke the hymen, right?
I'm pretty sure
ritual?
That's what that means.
All right. Chloe with a K.
Right, hold on. I'm looking up reviews for NSYNC's 2000 album No Strings Attached.
Oh, we gotta stop.
Okay, let's move on.
What do you need to know? Everyone owns that album, man. I still got it.
Robert Kreisgau gave it 1 star out of 3, which is actually good because it wasn't a bomb or a scissor. So that's kind of good.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Beats their statement. The ballads, their way of life. The beats, their statement. The ballads, their way of life. What Beautiful. The fuck, Robert? Anyways.
So, in short, Tsukipro is the perfect setup as a lesson for what not to do for a boy idol show. Although it does have the song Crazy Baby Show.
Yes, which is a masterpiece.
Which is so great. Even though I promised not to edit these, I think we're going to go out on that because Crazy Baby Show is my life. If I can find it. I don't know if there was a clean version in the... I don't know. I'll figure something out. But yeah, this show is baseline. And now we get to move on to the fucking mastery. The complete domination of the game.
Hold on. Chloe Hyman Watch 2017.
Oh, no.
Lance Bass is gay and has no interest in young girls. Moving on.
Yeah, great cover-up, Lance. Sure thing, Lance.
Moving
on. Going down to right after Dan Schneider. You're next, buddy. People have been dragging up old tweets from Dan Schneider.
Uh-oh. Get out of here, Lance!
In obviously in a slightly new light because of Entertainment Gate. I don't know what it's called.
I think that's just called the norm now.
Sure. But Dan Schneider is either the purest, most genuinely childish man on earth, or he is getting so much young Nickelodeon puss that he cannot even speak English. What did you just... What are you doing while I talk about this?
I went on the My Little Pony board on 4chan for 2 seconds, and this is what they have.
God damn it. Fuck you. Fucking stop. Oh, sorry. It's a picture of... I don't even know how to describe this. It's the bottom half of the kid from Kingdom Hearts, and the top half is just Bill Murray's Garfield. Fucking stop.
I went on 4chan just to see what the boards were looking like.
Oh yeah, sure. You just happened to go to MLP. That's not your standard. That's not your default.
What the fuck?
Shut up,
dude. Final Pony has been good since season 3. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Oh my god, yeah.
What the fuck, dude? You already know the moment that fucking Twilight got her wings, the show was over. I stopped.
But we watched all 3 movies.
That's different.
Okay.
Anyways, I gotta catch that new motion picture. Moving on.
All I'm saying is that Dan Schneider posted a picture of Miranda Cosgrove with a foot photoshopped to the side of her head, and it's the fucking most it's the most surreal fucking thing. It's amazing. Oh man. But yeah, anyways, the next show is Dynamic Chord. And boy, is it dynamic.
Well, no, I would argue that it's not dynamic because there's like 2 movements in every shot.
This is not a one-trick pony, my friend. This is like a fucking... It's like I've been born again. This is a game, I guess, adaptation by Pierrot. And this is more boy bands, but it has a 4-something on Mal, which means it's either trash or it's fucking powerful. And it was powerful.
Powerfully trash, perhaps. Powerfully odorous in its stinkiness.
You shut your fucking mouth.
Let's talk about fucking over-directed. God damn. Fuck.
Over-directed? This is directed by a fucking algorithm. This is directed by a 40-line PHP script. Are you fucking kidding me?
No show directed by a computer would have fucking 8 shots in a row with no dialogue of somebody just looking up into the sky.
Oh my god, it's so good. And he says, "I hate the rain."
It is so good, Declan.
It's so good.
You're fucking right.
I want to watch this whole show. I mean, it's so amazing. I want to actually watch more of it. He hates the rain, Ethan. He hates it.
What is happening in the show?
He's got heterochromia and he hates the rain. And then there's a sad man and a cool car. And there's just a slow zoom in. Nothing is happening. Slow zoom in for like 10 seconds. This is so good. Oh, fuck.
What the fuck? I realized that, like, around the 15-minute mark that I had listened to 3 songs without like retaining any of it. Like, there were just 3 songs that had played. And I had completely tuned out, like 100%. And it was...
Oh, yeah.
I was more just paying attention to, like, how shots were constructed and how, like, they would just hold on things for way too long and cut to shots of like, the same redundant action.
Dude, the drummer who looks
like he's fucking beating it. He's fucking, like...
Okay, so it's like... They switched to, like, some kind of flash. I'm going to try to describe this. They switched to some kind of flash, and his head and body are both bobbing, but totally independently. And he's staring straight at the camera as it zooms in and just rapidly beating up and down.
Yes. And
he's just staring at you. Now, that was the moment I knew that
the show was enjoyable.
It's fucking incredible that someone looked at that. I'm being serious and said, yes, this can go out. This is something that can be put out. I'm glad that you had the exact same read I did on that show. Of course I did.
It's impossible not to because
it's insane.
If I saw that in a Rooster Teeth production, aka Ruby, I would be like, damn, this is a little bit low for them. But like this is a genuine article Japanese animation.
Well, I mean, it's not like
Korean animation.
It's not like this was hyped, you know. It's just. No, I haven't seen much talk about this one. Not a lot of discussion going around, but yeah, I want to just like it's the slow zoom in on Sad Boy in the car, and then it cuts back to Hates Rain, and he just looks really confused, and then slow zoom on him, and these character interactions and their reaction faces within are just so poorly done that they totally become comical in nature. This is Lucy tier, I'm talking. And there's a pretty bad Flash OP. And then
does it compare to the CG OP of Tsukipro though?
The CG OP of Tsukipro is actually good because they don't try to make it look like anime, so it's just CG. You know, it's like even better than like something huge like Love Live. It's totally, or you know, better as in, you know, more fluid. I don't know if the art style's better, but it's looks fine. But this is nasty. This is really, really ugly. Actually, you know, it's so ugly. I want to watch it again. Let's see what's going on.
All right, I'm fucking jumping in.
Oh wait, no, that one's Tsukipro. What am I looking for? Dynamic Chord.
Dynamic Chord.
Oh yeah, no, this is nasty. It's just a bunch of the models just kind of being dragged around the screen as if by a mouse.
Ooh.
And then there's like a shot of a dude's hair.
It looks like
just
a
blowing.
Fucking paper puppet. It looks like have you ever seen is it the Voyage of Sinbad? Is it? Hold on, give me fucking 2 seconds while I look up obscure animation history.
Yeah. It's very off-putting. It's like very clearly not animated, and it's awful. Ugh. Oh, and it's just like they just start bobbing them like they're just bobbing their heads, but they look like puppets. You're right. And then one of them winks. Ugh. It's rough, man. Yeah, it's rough. Like
Lottie Reiniger. That's right. Fuck yeah. Okay, it looks like the Adventures of Prince Ahmed, which is like this fucking shadow puppet thing from 1926. Like there's a distinct way that those fucking characters move. That like one appendage will move at a time, and like the neck will move and the head will move along with it. And like there's no kind of like it's totally. It has a distinct look, but I don't think this was going for that at all.
No, I don't think it was going for the extremely artistic and experimental workings of Lotte Reininger. Might be
carry on. Just had to pull out that fucking.
Just had to finally, totally make your film degree worth it.
Hey man,
there you go.
If it was worth anything, it was a W in my mind.
That reference you just made was worth $60,000.
Hey man, it's all on the fucking city of Ohio, or the fucking state of Ohio. I didn't pay shit.
There's your education. Fucking.
Dude, fucking the only thing I learned from Ohio was the fucking bottle.
What?
Drinking.
Oh, okay. I think you're doing more than just drinking.
Anyway.
I was there.
Thanks, Ohio.
Thanks, buddy. Man, Ohio was weird. It's so flat.
Oh, dude, it's the flattest place on Earth. People say Florida's the flattest state. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
It's kind of cool how flat it is, especially because at night, because you can see forever. You can see cars farther away than you've ever seen car lights, and it's pretty crazy. Anyways.
Dude, the sunsets. You wouldn't even believe it.
Oh, sure.
Sunsets.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And then they start doing the thing. By the way, this is not even a competition. Best show of the season, 100%. The camera shutter noises from nowhere. Is the
paparazzo is fucking...
Well, at first you don't know there's a paparazzo. So it's just 8 different fucking camera angles with tons of camera shutters. And I'm thinking, like, are they trying to ape Shaft here? Because Shaft does the thing where when they make a cut, they add a camera shutter noise. So there's like a whole scene where it's just tons of fucking camera shutter noises, and you're like, what? And then in the next scene, they finally show you that there's actually a cameraman, and it's like, oh, okay, Jesus.
What I was thinking was that it was just a very strange commentary on like the public's view into the personal lives of these people. I'm like, this is crazy. I don't know what the fuck they're on. And then it's literally a paparazzi.
That you assume that there's commentary being made. You are such a kind soul.
Wait, hey man, I look for the best in all this shit.
Yeah, no,
somebody has to.
Extreme optimism.
It's just my... I've seen so much fucking bullshit at this point. I have to look at the fucking silver lining to every cloud, Declan.
At some point, about probably 2/3 of the way through this episode, in my notes, I write, I cannot even describe the things that are happening right now. Dynamic Chord helped me realize that human language is actually a futile tool for expressing reality. I could not do it. I could not, for all of my vocabulary, I couldn't.
Have you noticed that we haven't described the fucking actual like plot to any of this shit because it's impossible?
They got a gig and there's another band. I don't know who cares.
I think there's 2 bands, and
there's
one of the
bands,
2. The singer man, he's driving along sadly in his Mercedes Benz down like this beautiful Sakura street. There's Sakura petals falling all over the place, and then he's driving his red Mercedes, and then everybody else is like, "Fuck, we need somebody to sing for our band." And then there's this other band who's up and coming and like, hey band man, please be in our band. He's like, oh, I got you. And then he sings in their band and they're like, hey, that was pretty good. And that's the episode.
Oh yeah, the magazine says someone left the band, and then during that whole scene, everyone's just staring at this magazine like, whoa. And then the OST or the BGM is someone just jamming on the leftmost quarter of a piano for the whole time. Boy, Dynamic Chord is a hell of a ride. I recommend it.
I think I was too drunk by the time I was watching it off of one shot. I had already the double feature of Tsukipro into Dynamic Chord. I don't think I watched anime. I don't think I watched anime and then I processed any of it.
You drank with anime in the background.
I think that's basically what happened. It was like, there's some really nice top notes in the Suntory whiskey I'm drinking. This episode's brought to you by Suntory, by the way. And it's like, is that maple?
Is that oak? Ooh.
Oh, oaky flavor. Oh. Where fine spirits meet, whiskey.com.
Special guest horse learn.
Do your best horse learning impression. Ready?
Oh, it's been a while since I watched his vids.
My name's Horse Learning from whiskey.com, where the fine spirits meet. Today, we have Suntory whiskey, Toki, the Japanese whiskey house of Suntory.
Today we have Dynamic Chord, new show from Pierrot. I've enjoyed a lot of their shows in the past. This one, certainly a lot better than something you're going to get when you go out to buy some Tsukipro. It's a lot more full, I assume. I'm going to try it here in a second. It's been a long time. I don't actually know what he says. It's.
I'm just gotta aerate the mouth, dissect the flavors.
I know people get very angry when I water down the anime, but I'm going to water this one down just a little bit, just to preserve that flavor,
Drink. I want the flavor. Drink safely. Consume safely. Is that complete abstraction? It's nearly impossible to parse. It fills the mouth. Overwhelming. Strong flavors. Top notes of homoeroticism.
Hard metaphysics. Ooh.
Are those 8 shots of the same action? Strong. Ooh. It's difficult to digest, but
the slow zoom-ins are just they're burning a little, but it's kind of an enjoyable burn,
Potent. It's how do you say painful.
I remember when I was really into horse learning, I had an idea for a video back when I made YouTube videos for our channel, where he just kept saying 12-year-old and 15-year-old so much that I was just gonna edit together a whole video of him just turning good old horse learning into a pedo. And I feel, it's kind of mean, but he says it with such vigor. Just 12 years old. Ooh, yes. It's
spicy.
Spicy 12-year-old. Love you, horse. Sorry, buddy.
Horse learning is a beautiful soul. Do you know? He's in the same boat as what's the fucking toy guy? Grand Illusions.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh my God! How do I not remember? How do I not have his name?
Is it Tim?
Yeah, Tim from Grand Illusions.
God
damn, I watch him.
He's in the same
time.
boat of people who are super passionate about a thing nobody gives a fuck about, and it's there's which is I can relate to. I think we could definitely relate to at this point, and you gotta love that much passion. I wonder if they were to listen to our things, if they would be as impressed. I would guess probably not, because we say horrible things literally all the time.
Yeah, no, you gotta
and characters.
You gotta have heroes, and you gotta keep them pure. When I was I was watching horse learning videos, and I was like, hell yeah, this guy is great. And then he made a video called "Who should you vote for in the German election?" And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna watch that one because I want to keep liking horse learning.
What?
What?
What do you mean? Everybody loves Angela Merkel.
I don't even know.
People's champ.
I don't know his opinion. I don't know anything.
What if you watched it and his opinion was like, you should watch whoever your heart tells you. You should vote for whoever your heart tells you to vote for. It is
that's still bad. I don't want
personal, human. No. I have no opinion on the matter, and then the episode ends. It's 30 seconds of him being like.
Well, it was like 6 minutes long. It was so
should you vote for in the German election? Takes 50 drams of whiskey on a single one. He's just smelling it. He's like shaking it around in the glass. He's like, oh, oaky, strong, and then like 6 minutes later, he's like, I have no idea. Episode ends. Would you be appreciative of that?
That would be good. Yes, that would be the only acceptable. Well, I can think of like 2 acceptable. Yes, that's
strong.
Good.
That's it. That's my Horstler impression. I'm glad we were finally able to get out there. I've been working on it for a while. I just wanted to shop it around before putting it out. You know what I mean? Like it's, kind of a personal endeavor of mine to assume the role of forced learning. My Tim impression from Grand Illusions is really still developing, so I don't want to drop that quite yet.
Here's mine. Ready?
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, I didn't quite. I think it's probably 75% of the way there.
It's you remember the episode where he plays with the fucking dildo?
That's not a dildo.
He's got himself one of them sex machines.
That's been debunked.
He's got one of them sex machines in his hand. He's an old Englishman. He's pure whimsical.
Nothing meant for lewdness would vibrate that slowly.
Fucking butt.
It just wiggles back and forth. It's not a dildo.
It fucking stimulates the clitoris.
No, it doesn't.
Tim's a dirty old man.
It would just vibrate if it was meant for that. It doesn't do that.
No, it's a slow, sensual, erotic sex toy.
No.
It's meant for mature women.
It's not even smooth on the end. It was square.
They want to be touched sensually by erotic objects like guns.
Mouth.
They want to relive their lives in the 50s when they were watching the cowboy serials and imagine getting plowed by white hats as the black hats come riding from the north, and then they set up and take down the rogue gunmen and ride off into the sunset on the back of a fucking white stallion with their man. That's what they want to relive.
Their man Tim.
Anyways,
I'm out of booze.
Tsukipro wasn't super good, and
Dynamic Chord is pure Kino.
Yep, that does it.
Yeah. Okay. Mini cast over. God damn, we went an hour again. We fucking just gotta.
We just like each other too much, Declan.
Yeah, we gotta stop talking. Wouldn't it be so cool if we didn't have a podcast, and then when you moved away, we never would have spoken to each other ever again?
Yeah, but it's so good. We come together for a singular cause, Declan.
Yeah.
Because somebody has to do it.
Shared purpose.
It's like Barack Obama and Joe Biden. You know what I mean? Like when you think of
Ebony and Ivory, baby.
Yeah, it's like they're bound. They're bound by a duty. You know what I mean? And it's like for better or for worse, they're attached to the hip to for the betterment of man.
Attached to whispering in little girls' ears. Sorry, I'm on a real pedo string today. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think I know why, Declan.
Oh.
It's because of the recent scandals.
Yes,
the recent sex scandals in Hollywood. They're really
exactly.
They're just drumming up all kinds of horrible ideas, and we it's fun to joke about these things, but let's get serious for a bit.
No.
Child predators. No, hold on. Let me try this again. Hold on. Abuse of power for the sake of I'm gonna find the way in. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. This is a very serious ending in the episode.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we had a lot of fun today on this episode of Three Weebos. But it's time to get serious. If somebody in power tries to take advantage of you sexually, fuck. Hold on. That's not
I see. You kind of jumped the gun there.
Yeah. It's really
hold on. Slipped in a little too. By the way, it's just specifically, just only people in power. If it's just some dreg, it's fine.
Let him have it.
Just give it to the poor guy.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Guys, we had a lot of fun on today's episode of Three Weebos. Isn't that right, Declan?
Yeah.
But let's be real. If somebody tries to touch you, I can't fucking do it. If somebody tries to touch you in a place that's not appropriate, that's no good.
All right, that's a perfect ending.
God.
Wake me up, let me go. Hey, what don't you want? Crazy baby show. 舞い込んだチャンスに息を荒げて無理やりこじ開けた週末のダイニング完全にまた通る心は踊る左手交わされて焼き